up at my show. Left her man in the crowd on the floor. Out of town, never saw her before. Told her, baby, we don't got that long. Listen.
So today I will be teaching you guys how to do the hologram effect. So you first want to, of course, open up Premiere Pro, and you want to import your footage and create a sequence. As you can see here, I've already done so. So from there, you are going to add in your screen recording clip. And you want to just drag it in. From here, you want to go over to the editing area and scale it down so that it fits the screen and you can still see the other video. You want to position it to how you like it, that fits your subject. From here, you want to go over to the effect side and add a basic 3D effect, and you just want to add that right over top of the screen recording clip, so that now you can go over to this side and use the swivel to turn it to how it needs to be for this particular video. So that works out. And now what we're doing is trying to match up the screen recording with the actual footage. So we want it to be a nice clean transition. We don't want it to be lagging or anything like that. So that works out, and you just want to play it back to make sure. So that works. So now we need to fix this up, and as you can see, I have added some markers on my screen recording. It is not necessary. You can do this kind of manually, but this was just easier for me for this tutorial's purpose. But what the markers basically do is just tell you where you're going to cut or insert a frame hold, which I will explain shortly. So all I'm doing is just trying to see where everything needs to be lined up so that it matches up perfectly. And I'm just moving a few things around. This whole process is really trial and error, so you really just kind of have to play around with it. At least for me, that's what I do, because I'm not a super pro at Premiere Pro, but this is what works for me. So you just want to play it back a few times, make sure that everything is lined up, and you can drag the clip over just a little bit and go back to make sure that works with the actual video footage, which it is lined up now, and that little portion is not. So we're going to go back to our marker, slide it over, and get a nice clean swipe. So we are going back to this little portion where it's kind of empty, playing that back, seeing how long we need to add the frame hold for. So you're going to go back to this small clip here. You're going to click on where you want the frame hold, which clip, which is going to be this small clip here. Add your frame hold, which you just double click and add the frame hold. You just slide down, and then you can move it over however long it needs to be. So I'm just trying to measure out how long it needs to be and dragging it down. So it's going to hold for that amount of time, and then that way the swipe matches up. And you can even drag this portion over just a smidge. There we go. Okay, so that is looking good. We got some nice clean swipes here. We just want to play it back to make sure it is matching up all right. And if we need to add any more cuts or anything like that, which it's looking pretty good now. So we just want to make sure all the way throughout the video that it is very consistent with the swipes and that it all matches up, which it is looking pretty good. So that works out. You can play it back all the way through to make sure that the whole video is cohesive throughout and that it flows correctly. Now, there is another step that you can take if you want that hologram look. You can get a plug-in for it, but for this tutorial, I just wanted to show you guys how to do the basics of everything, how to even show the screen recording and the video at the same time. So I hope this video helps you guys create some cool content or even just learn a new effect to try in Premiere.